Okay guys, so I thought I'd just show you this beautiful beast in all its glory. I had a grey one I think last time. This is the black, and I'll tell you what, it looks absolutely amazing in black. I got a thing about black bikes, but no, I must admit this is very, very good. 114 Milwaukee 8, as you can see guys. It's got the boards as normal, and everything's blacked out on it. I mean, the whole thing is blacked out. It's got the nice low profile tyre at the front, and other than the engine guys, it's pretty much the same bike, but just look at it. I can tell you that the seat is very, very comfortable for a stock seat, and these little bucket things here are a real legend to have. Look, keys in there, and why not get the older wallet and phone in there, because I need a comfortable ride, and I've got the gear to use it. Right guys, let's get out on the road. Okay guys, so I have got myself a Road King special guys, straight out of the box. It's the 114 2019 model, and it's only got about 20 miles on the clock. Now I'm not gonna go crazy on this bike and rag the crap out of it, because we want to be kind to this brand new engine, but I thought I'd do a review of it, and I'd just like to quickly thank Joe, who is the main sort of sales guy at Harley Davidson Riders Bridgewater. He's a sound chap, and if you're interested in buying any bikes from Riders, I highly recommend you go and speak to Joe. He knows his stuff, and he's, you know, just super helpful and friendly and all the rest of it. So cheers Joe. Thanks for the email. I'm happy to oblige, as it were. So let's get down to it guys. If you've been watching me for a while now, you'll know that I've already done a review on the 2018 Road King Special, which was the 107 Milwaukee 8, and I absolutely loved that bike. It's just such a great bike. It's so comfortable. The engine is super smooth, and you know, you can turn this thing on a sixpence. It's absolutely amazing how much lean angle these touring bikes have. So if you are interested in like a proper you know, kissing this bike's ass review of the 2018 model, then check out it here. But this is the 2019, and this is the 114 engine, and I want to see what difference this 114 makes and what improvements they've made. I mean, straight off the bat it feels smoother. Let's just get it up to a bit of speed now. Let's see what we've got, and oh yeah, it's there. It is there. Again, it's not got as much torque as the older Street Bob. I'm gonna say it guys, it's not got as much torque as the Street Bob with the stage 1 on, but it's got plenty of power, and wow, it's so smooth. I've said it before and I'll say it again, it's just such a smooth engine that they've got on these Road Kings. Obviously they must put better parts inside the engine, because it's just you twist the throttle and it's just constant power all the way up through. You know, if you're looking for a touring bike, and you know, you like that old school sort of Harley look, then I think this is the one. The Road King is the one. You know, it just screams Harley Davidson. For me, the handlebars are still a little bit too wide, but obviously they haven't changed them since the earlier model. But again, that's just because I'm not used to it at the moment. You know, I'm so used to riding my apes. Sorry, my bars on my bike that you know, it's a bit of a strange one, but actually they are quite comfortable. The seating position is much more upright than my Street Bob. and they got forward controls. I mean, they're not super forward, but they're way more forward than the Street Bob. And yeah, you can definitely feel it. But it's just, this whole bike is built for comfort, and you can tell it's just built for comfort. And what I like about this new 114, you know, the 107 had plenty of power and plenty of torque, you know, but now you can just feel that it's got that extra bit of oomph. And bear in mind, this engine is still tight and not loosened up and all that. But you know, out of the corners, oh yeah, it's just there straight away. I mean, I'd love to feel what one of these 114s feels like on like a lighter bike, like a, you know, like a Street Bob or a Fat Bob or something like that. I can imagine they're pretty insane. But you know, right, we'll overtake this guy, and it's just super easy uphill, and we're already up to 60. No messing about. And yeah, and it's just comfort the whole time. I keep saying it, but it's just so comfortable to ride this bike. Right guys, I'm going to stop chatting now, because I'm going to wait until I get onto the little test run of mine that I do, which is the Harley one, and we'll put the bike through its paces. Again, it is very, I'm just going to say, it's windy today. The road is dry, which is one good thing, but it is quite windy, and I know that the track out there there's not a lot of trees and that, and it does get you blustery. So we'll see what we can do, but already I can feel a difference from the old bike, but we'll cut to that now. Okay guys, so just before we begin the test track, if you like, just a few little quick pointers. This bike does retail around sort of 20 grand, 20,000, something like that. You know, it's a lot of money, but what you are getting with this bike for that money is a hell of a lot. You know, Harley have really thought about these touring bikes and what you need in that sort of touring style of riding. And honestly, the seat, you don't need to change the seat. The engine is fine as it is. I probably put some slip-ons on it just to make it sound a bit more like a Harley. And you know, there's not much really else you can do to this bike because it looks so darn good, you know. So you know, once you've like I said, put a few slip-ons on it and that, which is not going to cost you an arm and a leg, you're good to go. You are good to go. Maybe a windshield as well for those long journeys. But anyway, let's get on to it guys. Let's open her up and feel that 114. We're in third gear, and oh yeah, whoa, I'll tell you, there's some power in that one. There is some power in there. You can feel the engine's a little bit tight, but what I love about this bike is you can just take it around the bends. It just goes where you want it to. Watch out, cyclists. Oh yes, woo. Yeah. Okay, so there's a considerable amount of difference between the 114 and the 107, as you would probably expect. It's a lot more top end power in my opinion. Torque is it feels the same to me, the torque, if I'm honest. It's probably because I haven't ridden that bike for, you know, a few months now. But it hasn't got as much torque as the old Street Bob, but that's because this bike weighs, you know, 50-60 kilos more than it. But that top end power, when you open up that throttle, it just keeps going and going and going and going, you know, and you can overtake anything in any gear, and it's a piece of piss, guys. Oh, whoa, you got to be careful actually with this bike, because it just wants to go. Way. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I could quite easily get used to a bike like this. Oh, right, gear change, feels great. Nice little clunk there, and yeah, very smooth. And what I like about these touring bikes and these Milwaukees on these touring bikes is the transition through the revs is just, it's just so smooth. Comfort, 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 comfort. And with that power, it actually takes my breath away a little bit, because it's you know, the adrenaline kicks in. It's not ridiculous power, guys. You know, you're not flying off the back, but it's fun. It's so fun. And on a big bike like this, you know, you need that extra little bit of fun, you know. Right, let's take it into these little bendy bendies now. Let's open her up again. Third gear, the fun gear. Whoa, yeah. It's like being in a jet. got to do my breathing exercises. 9 G's. Yeah, it's such a great bike. I keep saying it. I don't know really what else to say about it, guys. It maneuvers really well. The power is there. It's soft. It's responsive. Yeah, it's just bloody amazing. You know, I think my street bob would struggle to go around some of these bends at this sort of speed. It's just, I don't know, the lean angle really helps with this bike. It really does. And you know, with that thinner wheel on the front, that thinner tire, you can really, you know, look, I don't even have to really push the bike over. You just a bit of counter steer and it's over. And you know, that's what you need in a bike like this. It's just really responsive steering, and you know, not too soft and slow and sluggish and boring. It just really is none of those things. When someone says, oh, you got a Road King, a Harley, they're boring, they're slow, believe me, this is not slow by any means, and it is 100% not boring. Right, jump, let's see what we've got. 60, that'll do. Oh yeah, backbone is still in place, just about. Right, a humpback bridge coming up. I'll tell you what, you've got to be careful with this throttle because it just wants to go the whole time. Wow. Oh yeah, I could get used to this. I could get used to this over the humpback. Right, let's get it onto the last straight. Make sure there's nothing coming. Open her up. Let's see what she's got. I don't want to go too crazy with her, so I'm just gonna keep the revs a bit low. But 90 mile an hour in seconds, guys. It's really, really easy. The brakes are perfect for this bike. It slows down nice and steady. It's got enough bite that you don't feel like you're gonna get scared like you would on say my bike. Wow, I want to do that again. That was fun. That was so much fun. You know, touring bikes, they're not boring bikes. They are definitely not boring bikes. Oh, I think that's the fastest I've ever done that, guys. I said it before and I'll say it again, guys. I urge you to go and try one of these bad boys out. You know, even if it's a road glide or a street glide, I can imagine they're pretty much the same sort of deal, guys. Get the 114, try them. I'd just like to thank Joe once more for letting me borrow this bike. Cheers, buddy. I am so happy to be back on this bike with a bit of extra oomph on it. It's just incredible. And if you guys are from Somerset area and you want to go down to Harley and go to Riders in Bridgewater, go and chat to Joe, guys, because he's your man. He's your man. But guys, I've got to finish it there because it's gone on way too long. I love this bike. If I could buy one of these, I probably would. But there's going to be a lot more from me now on sort of bike reviews. Hopefully not all Harley either. I'm going to try some different stuff, I think. Compare it to the Street Bob, and you know, if I get on some sort of I don't know, sports bikes and that, then obviously I can't really compare it to the Harley. But you know, this is where the channel's going to eventually go. A few more reviews and chatting about bikes and stuff like that. So guys, stay tuned. I hope you've liked this video, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Street Bobber Vlogger. Woo!